Welcome everyone to another episode of Not So Pro Mix. I'm Danny, and today I kind of wanted to share with you guys what our plugins do for those who are new to this or semi-new. What they actually do to, the sound, whatever it may be, piano, guitar, vocals, whatever. I was messing around today with a piano and some Rhodes, and I put a V-comp on it, the Waves plugin, and it just made it sound a little better, and I was like, what's that? What made it sound different, And I didn't compress it very much at all, and so I was just kind of curious to see what it does, what the plugin is actually doing to the sound or to whatever it is we have it on. So I kind of want to share with you here. I had set 18 dB. I have a 1 kilohertz signal generator. I have it on my VU meters here, negative 18, negative 18. See right here, it's plus 3. And you're probably wondering, well, what does that matter? Well, from what I've read on a lot of the Waves manuals, that the sweet spot or the best spot, even on Slate Digital plugins, is negative 18 dB is what the plugin wants, I guess, in decibels to get that decent sound out of it. So anyway, here it is, 18 dB, negative 18 dB. So here you can see it, 1K tone, and we'll start off with the API. Now you can see here there's nothing. I don't have anything on, so let me unbypass it. Now I'm going to hit the switch right here with the analog. See, and it barely does anything. You see right here, that noise on the bottom. And then it adds an extra harmonic right there on the 2 kilohertz. And I just want to apologize in advance. My air's on, so yeah, that's probably some of the noise you're hearing. It's pretty hot out here in California, so. Alright, so there's the EQ for that, the API. Now let's go to see if this one has any kind of noise in any way. This is the one that comes with Pro Tools. Pressure's on. No, not really. It's pretty clean. Maybe slight harmonics down at the high end. You can see right there when I do the volume, it's not, you can't see it, but you can probably hear the difference. Okay, that one was pretty clean. Let me see, what else do we have? The EQ. Nothing really. Pretty clean. The Hammer DSP. This one comes from Kush Audio. For those who don't know, they make plugins, and they also have hardware. I've never had a chance to do the hardware or anything like that, but these plugins are awesome. But you can see here that it adds quite a bit of extra harmonics on the 2K, 3K, and about 4K. And I didn't do anything to it, I just added to it, or I just put it in. Bypass. Cool. And let me see, what else do we got? Kramer. This is like the Helios EQ. So just by adding it, it adds the 2K, 3K, and 5K. Let me see, what else do we do? Do the analog. We'll do 60. That's a little bit of noise. 50. Okay, 60 would be here in the US, because that's what it means, the 60 hertz that we have in our electricity. That's the original noise, low noise. Oh, it just seems like there was, like if it's off slightly, because you can still see some, maybe. Let's see. Oh no, just looks like it's off. Cool. So if we really drive the input, you can see right there where the harmonics just all right here, and then that noise down here on the bottom end. So we do it the opposite. Cool. See what else we got. Oh, the Puig tech. Here we go. This is like the pull tech. When you add it, look at that, just all that harmonic as well. Same thing, 60 hertz. Mains, 50 hertz. Cool. Here's the other one. This is the mid-range. Same thing. Adds harmonics to it. Let me see. The SSL. And the SSL channel strip just adds a little bit of harmonics on the 2K and a little bit on 3K as well when you just put it in. Now let's see what the analog button does. Oh, it adds a little bit of harmonic distortion there, see? A little bit of distortion and noise. Alright, let's see now. I think the last one I have is the VEQ3, which is a Neve 1066 and a Neve 1073 clone. You can see here when I just add it, it adds the harmonic here at 2 and 3K. Let's add the analog button. So that one kind of adds just low and kind of slopes downward in noise. Alright. Let's try compressors. Let's try the CLA2. Oh yeah, see, with that one you can see the noise here. And then a lot of harmonics. Let's turn this little high frequency knob. Oh, it just kind of tames down the higher end of the frequency spectrum there. What else do I got? CLA 1176. Same thing. Adds harmonics. Let me see, the bluey. The blackie has a little bit more harmonic distortion up here in the higher end. But, yeah. Alright, so let's see the analog. Oh, same thing, that bump. And then the higher end noise. Oh, you can see the difference here on let's try the 60 hertz. If you look at the higher end on the blackie here, there's higher noise floor on this one than on the bluey. Interesting. I like this one though. This one's more aggressive. The other one's more smoother to me in my ears anyway. What else do I got? The DBX 160. Oh yeah, see, it just adds a couple of harmonics. Add the noise. That's a lot of noise right there. Oh, let's see, compress. Interesting. All right, let me see what else I got. The DPR. I like to use this on drums, well, overheads really. Oh, it adds a little bit of harmonics right here. 2, 3, 4, 5. The noise. It's a good amount too, just like the DBX. Not as much low end though, like for example the 1176 or the CLA2 or even the Puig Tech EQs. Has a little slope on it, but that not like the VEQ3. Let me see. The drummer. That's at 100%. I don't think anybody goes that high, so let's do 6 dB of gain reduction there. Right here on the meter. So we have the clarity. Clarity 2 really has something going on right there. Gentle comp. Rumble. See, and it changes, so we gotta adjust it. Let's try clarity 2 again. We'll say 6 dB. Yeah, pretty good. Wow. Let's see the stock plugin. There you go. Stock plugin. Beta 1. Fast attack. Slowest attack. So with the really slow release, has a little bit of harmonics. The fast release, nothing. Sort of the middle is where you start seeing all the harmonics and the distortion. And I'm barely taking off 1 and then 1-ish dB at 3 to 1. Crazy. Or the Kramer Pi. Set these to 0. Okay, so no compression at all. Has that extra harmonic right there. And then the analog. That really gives it a lot of low end harmonics, or excuse me, a lot of noise down at the low end too. A lot. Let's take that off. Alright, let's see here. So when you get about 3 dB of gain reduction, you start noticing a lot of change in your sound of whatever it is. And I'm at 3 to 1. And I'm at a pretty, well, let's do slow or fast. Yeah, see. Really adds a lot of harmonic distortion to it. And and harmonics. Let me see here. The Puig child. Set this to 0. Now we'll do the mains. 50, 60, off. So bypass, plugin is in. That's not bad. That's Andrew Sheps likes to use. He likes to use this on his bus compressor. Well, the stereo version of it, and he doesn't even do anything to it. He just leaves it like this. Just on. Well, he uses the UAD version, which has a little extra more features, but it's pretty much like this: 0, 0, no compression, nothing. He just has it to what he calls, just to get the sound of the wires of the plug of the 670, and I could see why. It just adds a lot of harmonics to it. Sounds good, especially on a mix bus. Let me see, what else do I got? SSL comp, analog in. That adds a little bit. Let's zero it out. So that's what it does. Adds a little more harmonics. Four to 1. 1.2 seconds. And 1 millisecond of attack time. Cool. And then I have the V comp. This is the one I was telling you about that I had on the piano and the Rhodes earlier. And I just inserted it, and it just kind of gave it a, I don't know, like a brighter, cleaner sound, and I could see kind of why. It just adds a little more harmonics to it in the higher end, and just sounded great. I was like, man. And so I barely started compressing, maybe 3 dB at that on the piano, and the Rhodes I compressed about 6 dB, very light though, and I had it 2 to 1, and it just sounded good. But I didn't add the analog or anything because I was messing with it, and it did sound different. But this is what it shows what it's doing. So there's the analog at 25%. The analog at 50. And the analog at 100. So you can see all these different compressors have way different noise floors than each other, from each other, and obviously they're made different, and the plugins were modeled after their noise, whatever the noise was from that specific one they had. So, and then I have the NLS channel. Now here's it models after the channels of different consoles. This is the SSL console. You can see here it adds some harmonics. This, I can't remember which one this one's from, but it adds a lot of harmonics. And this one to me sounds a little more has a little more bottom end to it. The SSL it's more clear throughout the whole frequency spectrum. It's just pretty flat. This is the Neve console, and it only adds one harmonic there. And to me, this one sounds brighter, like a lot brighter than the SSL and this one. I wish I knew what this one was, but anyway. So there's that, and then they have also the bus, which is kind of like the bus on the console. And so this one is the spike, the SSL as well. So you can see here it adds a lot of harmonics. This one doesn't have as much. And the Neve console doesn't have a lot either. But for me, I like to use the SSL one. It just sounds more, I don't know, more clear, more flat, I guess, in my ears. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to share with that with you guys. And it's pretty interesting, you know, if you guys like to try to use those analog buttons. I know a lot of people don't like it because it introduces noise, but you know, hey, experiment with it. Why not? I mean, it's been done for the past, I don't know how long, 50, 60 years when they started making records, you know, and it worked. But again, like I said, it's a preference, it's a choice. You guys want to try it? Hey, try it. You know, and this wasn't a you know, scientific test or anything like that. Just showing you what those buttons do, man. All right, so if you liked the video, please like and hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. I try to put out content as much as I can. I've just been a little busy with some records I've been doing, or a CD for some folks, and so yeah, just hit me up if you have any questions, and see you next time.